Hubert Johnson here with Winning on Taxes. Thank you for staying with us through the commercial break. We're going to really talk about some of the different reasons why you can get hold time. It's more expansive than you might think. So some of the reasons are for serious illness in the family, you or someone else in the family that you're caring for. If you become a caregiver, that can be overwhelming. Death in the family, divorce, mental illness, all kinds of reasons. And one of the big reasons out there, natural disasters. They happen all the time. So the IRS is aware of that, and you can find out through irs.gov which areas have been treated as disaster areas and what kind of additional allowances and time to file, time to pay are available to you. So we're going to jump to irs.gov just to kind of really dive into this and show you what kind of options you have. So this is irs.gov from their newsroom. And if you go to irs.gov and search up disaster areas by state, it will give you all of this information. So some of the more recent ones: California wildfires, Hurricane Milton, Helene, Idalia, Hawaii wildfires, Ian. There was a severe storm up in Alaska, and then flooding, landslides, a couple more hurricanes. All have impacted huge areas of the United States, and they all have additional time and allowances by state. So they allow you to file later, to pay your taxes later. But again, doesn't mean forget about it. It means stay on top of it. So again, it's all by state, and it's even in U.S. territories. So the best way to kind of see what's happening recently is if you go to irs.gov and at the very top, click on News. And you can see some of the more recent things on here. Again, coronavirus still in some areas, but down here, we keep going down. Special guidance for District of Columbia for paid family and medical leave programs. Very apropos today with what's going on with the government. And also California wildfire victims. Various pay dates were extended out to October 10th or January 10th, 2025. So if you are in those areas, you're not sure, look it up, get that information of what kind of allowances you have in your area for you and your family. So it's so important to be aware, be informed. And I've seen people, in one case, it was a winery in Napa Valley in California. First disaster was a wildfire. So they got about 6 months additional time because of their wildfire. And that was just the natural disaster area designation. After that, they were trying to recover. They had a revenue loss on the case, but I was able to buy them a 1.5 year time because not only was there a wildfire, but it's well known that when you have big wildfires in California, the next time it rains, you get massive mudslides, and they're working to protect that and protect from that and recover from the mudslide. So it bought them plenty of time to get on their feet, get things taken care of, and then we worked with the IRS to give them that breathing space. And in that case, the state of California worked with them as well. So again, it happens to real people. Don't think that your situation doesn't matter. Even if you're not in a declared disaster area, there is hold time available through the IRS, but you preferably don't want to chew through that hold time. You want to use it wisely. There's only 120 days hold time. But if you get additional time, I just went through this, I'm going through a divorce, my assets are up in the air, I'm paying an attorney, whatever you need within reason, you can typically get some additional time. The key thing here, don't just take that time and forget about it. Use that time to plan wisely, so when it comes out, that time is up, you can tackle your tax issues and take care of it. So we're going to really dive into, in the next session, what are your options with the IRS and the states, because you can get these same benefits from the states when you lose employment, you go through natural disaster, etc. And how can that best help you find that time to get back on your feet, get your family squared away, because really that's what's most important. And again, it's something that happens to people all across the country. And when we're dealing with collection agencies, yes, they're the largest collection agency in the world at the IRS, but it's still made up of people. And if you work well with them, they have a heart and want to take care of people in the end too. So when we come back, that's what we're going to really hammer down: what kind of options are available with the IRS and even many states, and how best to handle this in the eventuality, or when people do lose their jobs, which is happening across the country as well. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this next commercial break.